Now, everyone has been talking about the drones, and everyone's talking about it. I mean, it's one thing that you can turn on almost any news station and they're talking about it. When you get the mainstream media talking about something, and then you get the cable news outlets talking about it, and then you get all of the social media outlets talking about it, it's really something. And then you have to figure out what is it that we're all talking about. And we're all talking about these drones that are appearing all over. We saw them in New Jersey, and then yesterday I heard several people say they were seeing them in California. We've seen them in several places. And so no one can figure out who these drones belong to or what they're doing there. And our U.S. military has had a press conference. The Department of Defense, was someone from the Pentagon, had a press release yesterday, and she was saying that they don't really know who it is, and it is not someone. I heard someone had even suggested that it was Iran or another country that might have be responsible for them, but the person from the Department of Defense said that is not true. So we're still talking about these drones that are hovering over places all across the country, and we're trying to figure it out. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I do, and that's the one good thing that I thought about with our Department of Defense. For once, they're not going to just make up something and tell us. But I do have my theory. My theory is the same as everything else that we've seen in the last 6-8 years or whatever, where we have the same group of people and they've caused chaos throughout the world. And I believe it's based on chaos theory. The whole purpose is to get everybody talking about it, to get everyone distracted and make sure that President Trump, when he comes into office, he's going to have a problem. That is just my take. I could be totally wrong, but that is just my theory. It's a part of the chaos, and I believe there are people, and it's a lot of people that know exactly who did it, who's doing it, and they know. Because if they weren't, I think our Department of Defense would be far more aggressive than they are. I cannot imagine all of these people from the Department of Defense just sitting up saying, "Oh, we don't know." I don't believe them. I don't believe they're that innocent. And if they are, we're in trouble. Because can you imagine if it is correct, if it is another country, if it is some kind of, what do they call them? I still call them extraterrestrial. I don't even know. If it is someone like that, if it is just it could be a company or anyone that is doing it. I don't want my Department of Defense to be passive about this. But anyway, that's just my take. I still think it's a part of the chaos. It's a part of the chaos that they started years ago, when they started with COVID, when they started with all the riots, when they started with burning down and pulling down statues and burning down businesses. I just think it's a part of the whole thing, and I think someone knows exactly who it is, because if they weren't, I just don't think our Department of Defense would allow it to happen. But anyway, that's just me.